Hi fellow Phantom fans, and thank you for listening in. There is going to be something to view too in a couple of seconds. Just a short preface. I love my Phantom drone as much as I love my dirt bike. I have a Honda XR600 and love to travel in the mountains, mostly in the Caucasus. And sometimes I reach points where I can't go further, so I am always happy to have my Phantom 3 in my backpack, because with him I can view things that I just don't reach with my dirt bike. And sometimes to do that I even need to exceed the limits of the Phantom 3, means go a little bit higher than 500 meters from the starting point. There's many tricks, so it seems, to do that, but I have researched and found a lot of beautiful contributions also here on the tube, but none that helped me overcome this limit. I had to patch and paste various attempts that might have worked in the past but don't work today, and I have found a solution for today's Phantom with today's apps. I am using Lychee, and I am using the latest release on a Phantom 3 Pro, which is the release 11. So if you care to at least have the possibility to fly over 500 meters and have higher velocity of ascent and descent, and also horizontal speed, yeah, this is it, because I did update my Phantom so that I can fly in excess of 40 kilometers per hour horizontally and in excess of 20 kilometers per hour vertically, and I can reach, in theory, any height I want. I have set it to 10,000 meters, but of course you will never reach that. So said that, I'm going to start the video, and we are almost ready to flight.
The home point has been set. Please check it on the map.
I use Lychee, and I have the feeling that it does not interfere with the firmware of the bird. I have tried to fly with the app, with a DJI Go app, but it happened when I was connected to the internet that connecting to the airplane, and the airplane ready to fly over 500 meters, it sorted back to 500 as its limit. Also, if it didn't do so, he had the maximum altitude and the go-home altitude with a red 0, which means that you could fly high, but you didn't have the chance to set the go-home altitude. So you're flying in the mountains and you have 0 as go-home altitude, and that's nasty. I prefer these Lychee app. Here I have my version 4.11.0, in which, in theory, I have set the limit to 10,000 meters high, and I can set the go-home altitude. In this case, I did to 120. Okay, so let's wait for this bird to preheat, and I am in the European region, not far away from the sea, and discovered today, testing this flight, that actually I do have a sea view from my house. But first of all, let's do a couple of warm-up tests. The preheating is finished, the machine is ready to start, and after I will start it, I will try to test the horizontal velocity, which is also limited in P mode. I set the limit, I don't remember, I think to something like 35 meters per second. And yeah, here in my garden I don't get to use it fully, but warming up the machine and accepting peculiar angle of attack, we easily can get over 40 kilometers per hour. Now all those who count in miles per hour will probably have to figure out how much miles per hour it is. I think it's about 25 miles per hour. Let's try it again on this short distance within my garden. Here we go at 43 kilometers per hour, which I think is something like 27 miles per hour. We'll test the vertical ascent speed and the vertical descent speed too during this flight, to which you're all welcome. And of course, the most important part is see if we get to fly beyond 500 meters.
Recording started.
Okay, the situation is that I trust that everything is set right. I start recording on the Phantom 3 and I start the ascent. I could go way faster, but I realized that it doesn't make sense to go more than 18-20 kilometers per hour in the ascent. That drags the battery a lot, and especially if the battery is not fully charged, it might happen that it takes the voltage down to the point where he will be forced to land. Of course, you can modify the firmware also to avoid this battery limits and battery warnings, but out of caution I preferred not to do so. So by hand I am careful not to push the lever all the way up and stay below 18-20 kilometers per hour. But that brings me, after less than a minute, to almost 300 meters high. And I'm sorry, I don't have the feet equivalent, but it should be quite easy to find out. The important thing is to see how this bird here can pierce the 500 meter limit and not even notice that. As you see now, from high above my little garden, I can see the ocean, not far away from here. It's about 10 miles from here. That's how far you can see if you are 400 meters above the ground. And up we go. Maybe I've lost a little bit of patience here, and I was going for 20 kilometers per hour. I notice now I shouldn't have. I didn't want to, but maybe I just wanted to get to these 500 meters fast. And here we are, 490, 500, and off we go, 510. Of course, if you look at the signal, the video signal is still okay. Right now it turns red. The connection to the bird is okay, but not for long. The camera is pointing a little bit down, so you see the clouds as if they were higher, but the Phantom was actually in the clouds, and that makes it even more difficult to connect to it. We're now at 600 meters, and I was there just about to lose the contact. Here, Lychee actually doesn't notice that I lost contact. He still shows me the PGPS sign. But if you look at the height, it will stop, although this vertical speed will stay at some 9 kilometers per hour, which means that something's wrong. And well, that's what makes you understand that there is no connection to the bird. Right here we have 685 meters height. He's not climbing, but the screen shows me a vertical ascent speed of 9 kilometers per hour. So that's bullshit. The only thing that's right is that the connection to the Phantom is very poor. Worse than that, there is no connection to the bird. So yeah, in this case, there is nothing much you can do. You can press the return to home button, but he does that anyway after a couple of seconds. So just relax. Try to see him. It's going to be very difficult, and I've realized that above 500 meters I've never been able to spot the Phantom. Just some patience, and he will come down, and then on the recording we can see what really happened, how long it's been hanging there in this altitude of 685. Probably it's been also a little bit higher, but telemetry stopped at 685. Now we got him back. I understand from the... No, sorry, this beep 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 is me pressing the return to home button. If you hear the beep 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 from the screenshot. And yeah, we still have to wait until he comes down. Sorry for this wait. I know I could cut it out, but I wanted to have the whole recording so that you realize and see exactly what I saw during this entire flight. It takes time because when he flies down from his reached altitude, he will not use any more than his 3 meters per second speed, which is 10 kilometers per hour. Here we get him. He's showing empty battery, which means telemetry is not okay yet. he shows me that he's landing, and he's at 350 meters down height. So he came down from 680 to 330, and of course we could say we got it and let the bird land. But in this case I decided to cancel the landing process because I still wanted to check the speed of ascent, speed of descent. But hey, you know what? I had the feeling that I first, looking at the signal being 4 out of 5 bars, I might give it a second try, see how far I can get this time. So up we go again. Battery is good, 68%. Speed, I leave it 10, 11 kilometers per hour. And the drone goes up. I will point the camera downwards a little bit later to see how it looks from up there. But first I enjoy the view on the sea. As said, I didn't know I have a view from my garden here. But yes, you have to go up 350 meters to get that. Unfortunately, there's clouds today. I guess that I might have done better without clouds. There also is some wind. The wind is 4 knots, which is not a whole lot. But of course, without wind, a little bit warmer weather and no clouds, I might get better results. But the motivation was just to test this firmware patch and go beyond 500. Here we are again, 495, 96, 98, 99. Here we go through 500. And I guess this time, if I remember well, the bird flew up to 740 some meters. Here I thought I had lost him because I didn't see the height change, although the speed of ascent, it's still showing 11. Actually, I did lose him, and he immediately showed that he was landing, so I actually didn't really lose him. But I could cancel right away and go back. This time a little faster. Maybe I lost him because he was going too slow and getting bored up there. So this time I let him go 20 kilometers per hour. And so fast we reach 575 meters. And well, as said, as I remember well, it went up to 700 and something. If you're interested to try and fly this height, of course, do it where it is allowed to do so. Don't do it where it's dangerous, and do it only for a reason, because it's not worth risking the bird freezing, falling down, or having other type of accidents just for the sake of it. But in this case, I actually didn't need to go this high. I wanted to be able to go so high because sometimes I follow the landscape and I'm not higher than 100 meters from the ground, but more than 500 from where I started. Anyway, if you want to try this, the best way that we can arrange for this right now is that you hit me with a comment, and if you send me or give me your email address, I will be glad to send you a patch file. It is 885 kilobyte big, can easily be sent by email. I can send it to you, and I will send it to you. And you just copy it on a SD card, provided that you have the 11 version and the Phantom 3 Pro. If you have anything else, or if you want anything else changed, please let me know, and it's going to be easy for me to compile a new patch file and send it to you. I could, and I probably will, prepare a video with screenshots showing how to do this job yourself. Please let me know with comments if it's something you wish. The patch I have is made to actually fly up to 10,000 meters, have a speed of ascent of up to 10 meters per second, speed of descent of up to 8 meters per second, and the horizontal speed of 45 kilometers per hour in GPS mode and 55 in ATTI mode, if I remember well. But you can easily open the patch file and you will see all the parameters. It's quite an easy task to open it in Notepad and not change it, or don't compile it back, so you don't risk changing something that you didn't want to change. Now we're watching my bird again as he got stuck at 731.6 meters height. said to be 10 meters high, but here he comes back into view. We have contact again when he is 400 meters high, descending automatically at 10 kilometers per hour, which is something like 3 meters per second. This time I will let him go down. I will turn the view back to the horizon, and when we get back to the ground or close to the ground, I don't like automatic landing, of course. My garden is ugly. It's not in English long, so it's not good for the camera to just land uncontrolled. So in any case, I will cancel the automatic landing just shortly before getting to the ground and try again some speed tests on ascent and descent. But yeah, we have something like 3 minutes left until the end of the video. After that, I will leave you to it and hope that you will be interested in using this, and hoping that you will send me your feedback. Obviously, while it's landing automatically, I can still change the speed of descent. Here I changed it to 28 kilometers per hour, which, considering 10 kilometers per hour is 3 meters per second, should be probably 8, almost 9 meters per second, which I thought I put 8 as a limit to descend vertically. Don't put more, don't do more, because it's quite easy if you do more than that, the bird will stall and fall. So no more than 20 kilometers per hour descending. Also, if you descend even from 100 meters height, if you use the full speed, you will have to start braking once you are at 35, 40 meters height, because it takes some time for it to catch up and not crash. So I think that here I tried once more how fast it can go up. It's about 25 kilometers per hour. It was in the beginning. Now he's going down to something like 17, 18 kilometers per hour. Battery is 38%, and I believe that in the situation the drone will limit the power output of the engines. I remember that in the very beginning, when I had the battery at 96%, I could reach 25 kilometers per hour, which is 10 meters per second, also during the ascent. Okay, that's all for now. I wish you to stay and fly safe. Hope that I have shown you something that catches your interest. If so, please let me know. I will be very pleased to send you this file. Please understand, I don't like to just put it somewhere in the cloud for everybody to download freely, because I don't know who might see, watch it, and think about it. Anyway, here we are, landing again, and thanks for following me so far, and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Recording stopped.